Susan Weiland, Public Health Director, but I also wanted to talk as a NAMI board member. I'm sorry, just hearing all of these stories. It really touches. What I wanted to ask for is funding support for NAMI. You've heard so many stories that people with connections to NAMI and how NAMI has helped them. People don't know that NAMI's capacity and NAMI's funding is not adequate for a population in El Paso County that is 735,000 people. They are a support organization and they are phenomenal. They have wonderful people, wonderful volunteers, and I want to say the majority of folks that stood up today talked about how helpful NAMI is. And I would request that the governor's task force learn more about organizations within communities and how they can help strengthen their work and their capacity. NAMI is an organization with many people that have lived experience. Organizations, and I'll say such as El Paso County Public Health, where I'm the director, or the Department of Human Services, we can do, provide certain services. However, it's the lived experience. It's folks that have that voice that need to be strongly listened to. And if it's, I don't know who makes up the government's task force, but I sure hope that it's people with lived experience rather than some of the organizations. I think it was a healthcare finance and policy that someone had brought up, but there's government organizations and there's different systems, but we have to listen to people that have the lived experience, and that is NAMI. There's numerous different support groups within that, but they don't have the funding capacity. They do a tremendous amount of great work, but they do not have the capacity to meet the needs. And whatever we can do to strengthen those organizations, such as NAMI, and they're throughout the nation and the state, and El Paso County has a wonderful organization. We have got to figure out how we invest in what's working and expand that. And that is for all populations. It is not for just the elderly or not the young. So I would greatly emphasize that, and I would say thank you so much to folks that had the courage to speak up. My heart goes out to you with some of the challenges that you face. So thank you.